Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so today we're talking about Saturn's retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. And if you like my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the notification bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. Alright, so, had some weird omens happen just before I started filming this video. I got messaged regarding my Shravana video. Shravana is tied to listening. And then I felt a weird sensation where I was itching on my back. I immediately thought of the phrase monkey on your back. Monkey is the animal symbol of Shravana. And then, right before I started filming this video, the power went out and came right back on. So, needless to say, lots of omens. Seems like this video is going to be very important for a fair number of y'all. Alright, so, pay attention. Either that or I'm going mad. Alright, so Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. This will be taking place from June 29th until November 15th. Now, when Saturn's retrograding in Aquarius, it's going to behave like it's in Capricorn. So, we're going to read the aspects like it'll be from the sign of Capricorn. That's how you look at retrogrades in transit. But, if Saturn was just meant to be showing its results from Capricorn, it wouldn't be retrograde in Aquarius. What do I mean by this? Well, that energy of the house where Saturn is transiting in your chart is being brought into the house that's the sign of Capricorn for you. So I'm going to show this for each of you all. And yeah, we'll go into the aspects too. But yeah, so let's get into it. We're going to look at every, zodiac sign. We're looking at your ascendant, your moon, and your sun signs. That's what we read transits from. And I look at Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western tropical. If you don't know your Vedic Sidereal placements, you can look up a birth chart calculator online. Or you can look up, or you can get a much more detailed Vedic Sidereal birth chart from my website. The links are in the description box and the comments below. Okay. Now that all that's done, let's get into it. Alright, so like always, kicking us off with Aries. Aries, for you, Saturn's retrograding in your 11th house. Okay. So it's going to behave like it's in Capricorn throughout this half of the year, basically. But it's bringing that energy of the sign of Aquarius, or that placement of Aquarius. Meaning, 10th house is karma. It's your career, your status. Now the energy of the 11th house is being brought into that house. So 11th house is the gain of your status. So it's saying you need to focus on your work to gain that status. You gotta go back and fix something tied to your career. Also, 11th house is elder sibling. It's friends, your network circle. It's your paternal aunts and uncles. So there could be something involving your network circle that is going to help you in your career in obtaining status. Hopes, wishes, and desires tied to your career. But also, 10th house is just karma. Maybe there's significant karma with an elder sibling or with paternal aunts and uncles or with friends during this transit. Definitely a lot to focus on and pay attention to here. For most of you, this is going to be regarding career, but if you're retired, 10th house still matters. It's the highest of karma. That's what the 10th house represents. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So, even if you're retired, this is still very important. Now, let's look at the aspects of Saturn. Well, before that, Saturn in the 10th house, yeah, you have to work very hard towards your karma and towards your career. Saturn requires hard work. Alright, now, the aspects. So, Saturn will be aspecting like it's in Capricorn. So, third aspect of Saturn is all about effort. And that's on the 12th house. So, 12th house is house of losses. Here, Saturn wants you to put in effort to avoid these losses, to deal with them, to overcome them. Quit spending all that money. Try to save so that you can gain. Because Saturn is trying to help you gain right now. But maybe you're spending too much money. Also, maybe you have to travel for your career. 12th house is also a house of investment. Maybe you're having to invest to benefit your career. 12th house is also, spirituality. It's foreign lands. It's multinational companies. Maybe these are tied to your career in some way. It's also jails, hospitals, asylums. So there could be, a medical issue. And maybe you have to go to a hospital for it. Saturn's saying put in the effort to overcome those health issues. Now, 7th aspect of Saturn is going to fall in your 4th house. So there could be some difficulty with people at home. Difficulty with your mother. But Saturn's saying focus on this. Now, 10th aspect of Saturn is going to fall in your 7th house. So, 10th aspect. 10th house is karma. So, your karma, what you have, where you have to act the most. I mean, Saturn, you're going to have to act, period. Saturn is hard work. But it's falling on the 7th house. 7th house is relationships and business. So you have to work on your relationship. You have to work on your business if you own one. 7th house is the masses. Saturn's transiting retrograde in the 11th house of large organizations, large groups, large gatherings. So you could have significant karma with large gatherings, large groups of people during this time as well. But alright, that's what I have for you, Aries. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, Saturn is retrograde in your 10th house. So, 10th house is your career, your status, your karma. It's the highest of your karma. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So even if you're retired, this house is important. Now, Saturn is retrograde though, so it's behaving like it's in the 9th house, but it's bringing that energy of the 10th house. So, 9th house is higher education. It's your father figures. It's your teachers, your mentors. It's foreign travel. Long distance travel, not necessarily foreign. And 9th house is religion, philosophy, the law. It's publishing. So, maybe your career is tied to one of these things. Maybe you're having to go back and get education to benefit your career, to help you achieve that status that you want. Maybe you're going back to school. There could be some significant karma with a mentor or with a father figure. You could have to travel on behalf of your career now. There could be a legal matter involving your career. Or simply you could have karma with a father figure, with a mentor, with a legal matter during this time. Because 10th house is karma. That energy is now going into the 9th house. So once again, even if you're retired, this is important. Now, Saturn's going to aspect like it's in Capricorn. So, third aspect is all about self-effort. And it's falling on your 11th house. So, you have to put effort into gaining something during this time. If you want to achieve gains, if you want to fulfill your hopes, wishes, and desires, you have to put forth the effort during this transit. Without your effort, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be handed to you. 11th house is also elder sibling, paternal aunts and uncles. It's your friends, your network circle. They need your help during this transit. You need to put effort into helping them. Or you're going to feel like you need to. Now, 7th aspect of Saturn is falling on your 3rd house. So, 7th aspect is the relationship aspect of any planet. 3rd house is your younger sibling. It's your cousins, your neighbors. So there could be difficulty with them during this transit. Maybe you're focusing too much on your older siblings, and your younger siblings are feeling kind of abandoned. Or they could be having difficulty during this time. Saturn showing that you need to focus a bit on them too. Don't forget about them. Maybe you're having disputes with a neighbor. Now, 10th aspect of Saturn is going to fall on the 6th house. 10th aspect is all about hard work. It's where the work is being put in. It's the karma, the karmic aspect. Because that's what the 10th house represents, highest of karma. So, 10th aspect of Saturn's falling on your 6th house. So, you have karma to deal with competition, to deal with enemies, to overcome debt. There could be something significant going on with your maternal aunts and uncles. Maybe that's why you're focused on your cousins. 3rd house being cousins. 11th house being paternal aunts and uncles. 6th house being maternal aunts and uncles. So there could be a lot going on regarding these specific family members. There could also be significant karma with a pet during this transit as well. Maybe you're getting a pet. 6th house is your everyday work, everyday routines. So, especially with Saturn retrograde in your 10th house of career, you have to put forth your energy into your work. This is all to benefit your career and your status during this time. But 6th house is also health issues, accidents. So you could also have karma with some health issues during this time. And you need to work to overcome that. Alright, that's what I have for you, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini. Saturn is retrograde in your 9th house. So, 9th house is father figures. It's your mentors, teachers, gurus. It's higher education. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's long distance travel and pilgrimage. It's publishing. But when a planet's retrograde, it's going to act like it's in the previous house. So, it's taking the energy of the 9th house and bringing that to the 8th house. So, 8th house is a house of death. It's a house of inheritance. Wills, estates, legacies. It's research, the occult. It's your in-laws. It's joint finances and relationships and business. 8th house is sun ups and downs and transformation. It's sex. It's a person's psychological baggage. The energy of the ninth house is being brought into the 8th house during this transit. So, for some of you, this could mean your father or a father figure has passed away, or a mentor has passed away. There could be something significant regarding inheritance, wills, estates. For others of you, this could be sudden travels that are taking place. There could be a major transformation of your religious views, your philosophical views. On behalf of your education, you could need to do research. Maybe you're getting education in the occult. There's a transformation taking place with your father, with your mentors, your teachers. You could need to travel to see your in-laws regarding something. Maybe there are sudden ups and downs in your education or in trying to publish something. These are the things that we can see with Saturn retrograde in the 9th, behaving like it's in the 8th. Now, on top of this, Saturn is going to aspect like it's in the 8th house. So, third aspect of Saturn is all about self-effort. It's falling on your 10th house. So, you need to put in effort into your career, into your status. 10th house is the highest of your karma. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So, even if you're retired, 10th house is still important. So, you have to put in effort into the way the world notices you. You have to put forth effort to be seen. 10th house is the most visible house. It's when sun is at the peak in the sky. So, career, status, fame, being noticed, your karma, you have to put effort into these things. Now, 7th aspect is falling on your 2nd house. 7th aspect is the relationship aspect of any planet. 2nd house is family. So, there could be difficulty with your family during this transit of Saturn. Maybe they need your help. Maybe the relationship between you and your family just isn't that good right now. There could be difficulty there, dryness, bleakness. Saturn represents these things. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn is falling on your 5th house. 10th aspect is all about karma. But 10th aspect is also where you can achieve something. Because the 10th house represents these things. And this is the 10th aspect. So, 5th house is romance, fun and games, education, children, students and subordinates. It's creativity. It's sports. So here, there could be something significant tied to your education, especially with Saturn retrograde in the 9th. Behaving like it's in the house of research, aspecting another house of education. Definitely there can be something strongly tied to your education. 9th house is your ancestral lineage. 5th house is children. There could be something significant with children, because children are our ancestors reborn in this life. So we see there could also be something significant with children. You could be having a child. Or you already have children and they need your help. Maybe they're struggling. You could begin a new romance while traveling. Especially because Saturn is retrograde in the 9th. You could have to travel for your education. You could be struggling to find that creativity for what you're wanting to publish. But alright, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer. Cancer, 1 second. I need a drink. Okay. Alright, Cancer. So, Saturn is retrograde in your 8th house. So, 8th house is sun ups and downs. Transformation. It's death. Wills, estates, legacies. It's your in-laws. It's your psychological baggage. 8th house is sex. 8th house is joint finances and relationships and business. It's other people's finances. Eighth house is the occult. It's research. So now Saturn is bringing all of that energy into the 7th house of relationships and business and the masses. So if you're in business, if you're in a relationship, expect sudden changes. There's a transformation of the 7th house taking place right now. Bare minimum, that's what we see here. Maybe your in-laws are interfering in your relationship or your marriage. Hopefully not. But this can be very good in business. This could mean, business finances coming to you, coming to the business. Other people's money coming to the business. It can be very good. Now, we also have to look at the aspects of Saturn. Saturn's going to aspect like it's in the 7th house. Because retrograde, it'll behave like it's in the 7th house. So, third aspect is falling on the 9th house. Third aspect is all about self-effort. Saturn's saying, put in the work. First off, you're going to have to put in the work in your relationship and in your business. Because Saturn is about hard work. With it retrograde here, you got to work hard. In relationships, in business, and dealing with lots of people. Now, that third aspect, falling on the 9th house. 9th house is your father figures. Your mentors, your teachers, gurus. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's higher education. It's long distance travel, pilgrimage. It's publishing. So now you have to put forth effort into these things. Maybe you have to travel on behalf of your business. Maybe your father needs your help. You gotta put forth effort to help him out. Gotta put forth that effort in your education. Put forth effort in getting something published. Now, the 7th aspect is all about relationships. So, this is about other people's relationships with you. There's going to be difficulty there. Saturn is not easy. Saturn's showing there's difficulty from other people being brought to you. So maybe, things aren't good with your spouse. Or with your, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Maybe things aren't good with your, your business partner. The masses are now bringing difficulty to you. Maybe they need your help. Maybe they're just making things hard for you. Either way, you gotta deal with it. Saturn's saying you have to. It's your karma right now. Now the 10th aspect. It's about karma. 10th aspect is about achieving something. Because 10th house is all about karmic actions. It's about achieving that status, that fame. So, 10th aspect is falling on your 4th house. So now, your karmic actions need to be tied to the 4th house. 4th house is your mother, home, land, real estate, vehicles, comfort, and happiness. So, maybe you need to help your mother. Maybe you need to remodel your home or repair your home or repair a vehicle. Get a new home, get a new car. But now, things in your home need taken care of. Get to it. Saturn's saying, put in the work. Don't be lazy. Or I will destroy this house. That's Saturn. Get to work. Alright. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Moving on to Leo. Alright, Leo. Saturn is retrograde in your 7th house. 7th house is relationships and business. It's the masses, all the people you meet out in the world. And now it's retrograding into the 6th house. 6th house is enemies. It's conflict, competition. 6th house is maternal aunts and uncles. It's your coworkers. It's your pets. It's your everyday work, everyday routines. It's legal disputes. It's health issues, accidents. So now, the energy of the 7th house is being brought into that 6th house. So, you can have conflict in relationships and in business with your business partner during this transit, during this retrograde. You can have a lot of people become your enemy during this transit. Now, on behalf of your business, you got to put in a lot of hard work. Your maternal aunts and uncles might need your help during this time. Saturn is hard work. It's now moving into the 6th house of maternal aunts and uncles. Maybe you need to serve them. Saturn is a servant. 6th house is pets. Maybe your pets need help. Also, 6th house is accidents. Hopefully not, but your relationship partner could have an accident or some health issue during this time. You need to help them through it. Be there for them. The 6th house, also there could be health issues in your own right that you're dealing with. Saturn's saying that's your karma now. Deal with this. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn is about relationships. And it's falling on your 12th house. 12th house is foreign people. It's multinational companies. It's spiritual people. So there could be difficulty with these people during this time. 12th house is also hospitals. So this can be nurses, doctors. So either there's difficulty with them, or Saturn's just saying that you need to put in work in dealing with these people. Maybe you have foreign enemies. 12th house can also be hidden enemies. So maybe you're dealing with hidden enemies finally. Saturn's retrograding, showing you that you need to focus on this. And for some reason I skipped the 3rd aspect of Saturn, but we're going to talk about it now. 3rd aspect of Saturn is falling on your 8th house. 3rd aspect is about self-effort. 8th house is transformation. 8th house is surgeries. Like I said, health issues could be prominent right now. Maybe you need to put in effort into getting a surgery. Into transforming something in your life. 8th house is in-laws. Maybe you're having to deal with your in-laws during this time. 8th house is joint finances. It's, in relationships or in business. 8th house is research, the occult. Maybe you need to use the occult to help, whatever health issue is ailing you or your partner. Believe it or not, that's a thing. Even in astrology, there's the practice of Ayurveda, which is medical astrology. But, 8th 8th house is also wills, estates, legacies, death, endings. So put in effort or something could come to an end. Maybe your relationship is going terribly right now. Put in effort if you don't want it to end. Man up, woman up. Whatever you are, put in the work. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn. Losing track of the count. Okay. 3rd house. 3rd house is receiving the 10th aspect. 10th aspect is about karma. Karmic action. It's about achieving status. Putting in that work. Saturn's all about hard work. So, 3rd house is younger siblings, cousins, neighbors. 3rd house is self-effort. So Saturn's showing, when it's in the 6th house, you gotta work your ass off. Get ready. 3rd house is also media, sports, creativity. It's social media. Saturn's retrograding in the 7th house. 7th house is the masses. Now you have to communicate a lot. Communicate online. Communicate with your neighbors. Communicate with lots of people. Saturn's showing you have to put in action here. You have to do what needs to be done. 3rd house is also travel. So, maybe you're needing to travel. Could be for your work. Could be for your relationship. For your business. 3rd house is also marketing and sales. Maybe you have to market your business more. But alright, that's what I have for you, Leo. Moving on to Virgo. Virgo, Saturn is retrograde in your 6th house, in Aquarius. So, it's going to behave like it's in Capricorn. But, it's bringing the energy of the 6th house to Capricorn. So, 6th house is your enemies, your coworkers, your maternal aunts and uncles, your pets. 6th house is your everyday work, everyday routines. It's debt. It's health issues, accidents. It's legal disputes. Now, all of this is going to the 5th house. 5th house is education, fun and games, romance, children, students and subordinates. So, another thing. 5th house is also change of job. Because it's 8th from the 10th house of your career. So sudden ups and downs. Change of your career. Transformation of your career. So, here we see. Saturn's bringing the energy of that 6th house to the 5th house. Maybe you need to get more education on behalf of your work. Maybe there's some conflict with your children. Some health issue with your children. Maybe you're just having difficulty in having children. Maybe there's a student or subordinate in your work. Maybe you need to focus on them during this time. Hopefully you're not taking on debt to achieve speculative gains, because 5th house is tied to speculation. Gambling, stock market. Maybe you have enemies in your education. 6th house is enemies. That energy is being brought into the 5th house. Maybe your children are dealing with enemies right now. 6th house is competition. 5th house is education. Maybe you're dealing with competitive exams or something. Maybe you're involved in sports. 6th house is also obstacles. 5th house is creativity, art, So maybe you're having writer's block. Struggling to find that creativity within yourself. Now, Saturn's showing that you have to work hard towards the 5th house. Saturn's hard work. So you have to work hard on your education. You have to work hard to achieve those speculative gains. You have to work hard in teaching your students, your subordinates, your children. Your students, your subordinates, and your children could be struggling right now and really needing your help. Put in that work. Help them. Maybe romance is feeling a little dry during this time. Saturn is dry and bleak. Saturn's showing put in the work. Now, Saturn's going to aspect like it's in the 5th house. So, third aspect of Saturn is about self-effort. And it's falling in the 7th house. 7th house is relationships and business. Put in effort into your relationship. Put effort into your business. 7th house is also the masses. All the people you deal with out in the world. So now's the time to put in the effort. In dealing with all these people. Now, 7th aspect of Saturn, or any planet, is about relationships. So, this is falling on the 11th house. 11th house is your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles, your friends, your network circle, large organizations. Saturn's showing there can be difficulty with these people. But you need to put in, work when it comes to your relationship with these people. Maybe they need your help. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn is going to fall on your 2nd house. 2nd house, well, first off, the 10th aspect is about your karmic actions. It's about achieving something. So, 2nd house is family. Finances, your earnings, your savings. It's your speech, what you value. So now, you have to put forth your karmic action towards the 2nd house. Maybe your family needs your help. Maybe you need to work hard to make your money. Maybe you have to make speeches regarding a large organization, large groups of people. The aspects of Saturn are affecting the 7th and 11th house. These are the houses of lots of people. But that's what Saturn's showing during this time. So work hard. Do what needs done. Alright, moving on to Libra. Alright, Libra. 1 second, I need a drink. Okay. Alright, Libra. So, Saturn's retrograde in the 5th house. In Aquarius. So, 5th house is children, students, subordinates. 5th house is sudden change of job, transformation of your career, because it's 8th from the 10th house. 5th house is education, romance, fun and games, creativity, sports. 5th house is even politics. Speculative gains through gambling, through stock market, through business. So now Saturn's bringing all this energy into your 4th house. So because I mentioned politics, 4th house is local government. Maybe you're having to put forth work into improving your local government, getting elected. I know that won't apply to most of you, but I don't know, it just popped in my head. Now, 4th house is also homeland, real estate. It's your mother, vehicles, comfort, happiness. It's It's also mother figures. So, Saturn's showing you need to take care of your children at home. That could be what's being shown here. Saturn's showing you need to spend more time with your mother. You need to have more fun with the people of your home. You need to have more romance in the home with your partner. You need to put in work on your vehicle, on your house. These are the kinds of things that Saturn's showing here. But Saturn's retrograde in the 5th house of fun and games. Retrograde into the 4th house of comfort and happiness. Maybe you need to spend more time enjoying life. Saturn's trying to remind you of this. But now, we also have to look at Saturn's aspects. Saturn's going to aspect like it's in the 4th house. So, third aspect of Saturn is going to fall on the 6th house. Third aspect is about self-effort. So, 6th house is enemies, coworkers, maternal aunts and uncles. It's your pets. It's your debt. It's health issues, accidents. Everyday work, everyday routines. It's legal disputes. So you have to put self-effort towards this house. Overcome your enemies. Overcome competition. Especially if you're involved in sports, because Saturn's retrograde in the 5th house of sports. Overcome your debt. Especially if it's on behalf of, a vehicle or a home. Maybe you have to put in effort into helping your mother with her health issues. Maybe you have to put forth effort when it comes to your maternal aunts and uncles. Maybe they need your help. Same thing with your pets. You have to put forth a lot of hard work during this time regarding your own health issues. Same thing could be said regarding your children, because Saturn's retrograde in the 5th house. Now, let's talk about the 7th aspect of Saturn. 7th aspect of any planet's about relationships. It's falling on the 10th house. 10th house is your workplace. It's your managers, your bosses. 10th house is national government. For those that are involved in that. So, here we see people in your workplace. Your managers, your bosses. Things could be difficult with them during this time. Saturn brings difficulty. Saturn, things are never easy with Saturn. He's the heaviest of karma. Now the 10th aspect is falling on the 1st house. 10th aspect is about achieving something. It's your karmic action. This is tied to the 1st house now. 1st house is you, your physical health, your body. So definitely there could be some health issue during this time. And you need to put forth the effort into overcoming that health issue. Your karmic action needs to be tied to the 1st house during this time. It needs to be tied to you. Maybe you're just trying to achieve something through your work. But either way, you gotta put in the work. When Saturn's retrograde, he's going back to fix something. And if you don't work on it, it's not going to get fixed. Maybe your body will break down. Maybe you won't achieve what you want to in your career. Saturn's saying, get to work. If you don't want those things to happen, get to work. Now, moving on to Scorpio. Oh. 1 second, Scorpio. Open something I didn't mean to. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so Saturn's retrograding in your 4th house. In Aquarius. So, 4th house is your mother figures. It's home, land, real estate. It's vehicles. It's your comfort and your happiness. Now, Saturn's retrograding, behaving like it's in the 3rd house. 3rd house is your younger siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. 3rd house is sports. It's communications of all kinds, including writing. It's a house of art. It's self-effort. It's 8th from the 8th. So, it's the higher form of sun ups and downs and transformation. Transformation through self-effort. 3rd house is travel. So, with this... Oh, sorry. 3rd house is also marketing and sales. Alright. So, Saturn's bringing the energy of the 4th house into the 3rd house when it's retrograde. So now, you have to put in a lot of effort when it comes to your home, your vehicles, real estate, when it comes to your mother. Maybe you have to help your mother a lot during this time. Now, people of your home need your help. You need to put in the effort. Maybe you're moving. 3rd house is 12th from the 4th house. It's the furthest place away from your home. Maybe you're moving to a foreign country. That could be shown with this. Maybe you're having losses tied to your land and real estate. Tied to your vehicle. But these things are transforming because Saturn's retrograding, bringing that energy into the 3rd house. Maybe your mother is needing to focus more on your younger sibling. And you're feeling the loss of the mother during this time. You need to put in work in helping both of them. Or if you have more than one younger sibling, all of them. Be supportive. Be there for them. They'll need you during this time. Things are going to be difficult for both of them during this time because Saturn is retrograde, behaving like it's in both houses. Now, the aspects of Saturn. Saturn's going to have a 3rd aspect of self-effort, falling on the 5th house. 5th house is children, students, subordinates, romance, education, fun and games, creativity, sports. So, we see you need to put in effort to taking care of your children if you have children. Maybe you need to put forth effort into having children. If that's what you and your partner want during this time. Maybe you need to put forth effort into your education. 3rd house is also skills. Maybe you're needing to go back and obtain skills. Work on your skills. You need education for that. Maybe your students and your subordinates need help. Put in effort into helping them. Now, 7th aspect of Saturn is going to fall in your 9th house. 7th aspect of any planet is all about relationships. So, 9th house is your father figures. It's your mentors, your teachers, your gurus. So, during this time, there could be difficulty with them. Things are difficult right now for your mother figures, for your younger siblings. So, things could also be difficult with your father. Don't you think he's having to deal with all that too? Now, it could be your father's the cause of all this. Hopefully not. Hell. But definitely there can be difficulty with the father, with father figures, with your mentors, your teachers during this time. Maybe that's why you're having to put forth so much effort into your education. Now, 10th aspect of Saturn is falling on the 12th house. 10th aspect is about your karmic action. It's about achieving something. So, 12th house is foreign travel. Saturn's retrograding into the 3rd house of travel. So, you could be traveling during this time. 12th house is losses. You need to put forth action. You need to work on reducing your losses. 12th house is also investment. Maybe you're investing in something. 12th house is foreign people, multinational companies, jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries, anywhere you feel isolated. It's spirituality. You could be having to work on all these things. Maybe you're traveling for your education. Maybe you have foreign students and subordinates. Maybe your children have to go to a hospital. Maybe they're having some health issue. Hopefully not. Maybe you're just needing to put forth the work into your spirituality during this time. But either way, this is the work that Saturn's showing you need to get on. Alright, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I need a drink. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. So, Saturn is retrograding in your 3rd house. So, 3rd house is your younger siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. 3rd house is your self-efforts. It's 8th from the 8th, which shows 8th house is sun, ups and downs and transformation. 3rd house is the higher form of that. It's transformation through self-effort. 3rd house is your skills. It's sports, art, media. 3rd house is travel. Especially short distance travel. 3rd house is communications of all kinds, including writing. It's marketing, sales. Now, Saturn is bringing all of that energy into the 2nd house. 2nd house is your family, your finances, your earnings, your savings. 2nd house is your speech. It's what you value. So now Saturn's bringing the energy of the 3rd house to the 2nd house. So there could be a lot going on with your younger sibling, with your cousins, in particular regarding your family. Saturn's showing you now have to work hard when it comes to your family, when it comes to your finances. Maybe you're making money through marketing, through sales, through sports, through art, media. Maybe you're traveling to see family. Or Saturn's showing you need to. There could be a lot of difficulty for the family right now. Because Saturn is difficulty. Saturn's not easy. There could be difficulty in making money right now. Saturn's showing you gotta learn new skills so that you can make more money. Saturn's showing you need to communicate. You need to work on your communication. 3rd house is communication of all kinds. 2nd house is speech. Now, 3rd aspect of self-effort is falling on the 4th house. Because Saturn aspects like it's from Capricorn while it's retrograde like this. So, 4th house is your mother figures. It's home, land, real estate. It's vehicles. It's your comfort, your happiness. So, Saturn's showing there's difficulty with your family right now. Fourth house is mother. So maybe your mother figures need help. Put in that effort. Help them. Fourth house is your home. Put in the effort into your home. Put forth that effort into getting a new car or fixing your car. You gotta put forth effort if you want comfort and happiness during this time. It won't come without that. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn is falling on the 8th house. So, 8th house is the occult. This could be occult people. 8th house is your in-laws. The 7th aspect is all about relationships. So, there could be difficulty with people tied to the occult. Difficulty with your in-laws. Now, that applies whether you're married or just living with a sexual partner. So, hopefully you're not dealing with that, but Saturn's showing you could be. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn is falling on your 11th house. 10th aspect is about your karmic actions. It's about achieving something. Achieving that status. Well, 11th house is the gain of your status. It's your hopes, wishes, desires. It's financial gain. 11th house is your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles, your friends, your network circles, large organizations. It's large gatherings. So, maybe you're having to communicate with large gatherings, with large groups of people during this time. You have to put forth a lot of energy. You gotta put forth your karmic action towards your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles, your friends. You gotta put in the work to achieve your hopes, wishes, and desires. Saturn's saying, get to work. I won't just hand this to you. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn. So, Saturn is retrograde in your 2nd house, in Aquarius. 2nd house is your family, your finances, your earnings, your savings. It's what you value. It's your speech. Now, Saturn's bringing this energy into the 1st house. 1st house is you. 1st house is your physical health, your body. It's your overall path in life. So, Saturn's showing that the energy of the 2nd house is going into the 1st house. Meaning, you're having a lot of dealings with your family during this time. Maybe they're making things difficult for you. You're having to really work hard on you. You're having to value yourself more during this transit, during this retrograde. Maybe you're having health issues. Maybe your family is trying to help you through that. But at the same time, they could be making things more difficult for you. Family can often do that. But this can also show money coming to you. 2nd Lord, retrograding into the 1st house. Now, Saturn's going to aspect like it's in the 1st house. So, 3rd aspect of self-effort is falling on the 3rd house of self-effort. So, you have to put forth a lot of effort during this time. Maybe you're trying to achieve better health. Gotta work hard. 3rd house is your younger siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. Gotta put forth effort in dealing with them. 3rd house is travel, especially short distance travel. It's communication of all kinds, including writing. 3rd house is arts, media, sports. It's marketing, sales. So you gotta put forth effort into all these things. Especially the ones that you know apply to you. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn is all about relationships. That's falling on your 7th house. So 7th house is relationships, business partner. It's all the people you meet out in the world. There could be difficulty with these people during this time. Especially in relationships and with your business partner. There could be difficulty. Maybe they need your help. Or maybe there's being a pain in your ass. Either way, you gotta deal with it. That's what Saturn's showing your karma is during this time. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect is going to fall in the 10th house. 10th aspect is all about karmic action. It's about achieving something, achieving that status. And it's falling on the 10th house of career, of karmic action, of status, fame. So now you got to put forth that energy. You got to take action when it comes to achieving something in your career, achieving status, achieving fame. You got to work on your karma during this time. Now, it's very vague, but the 10th house is the highest house of karma. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. Whatever those may be, those will be different for everyone. But even if you're retired, 10th house still matters. Also, 10th house is your managers and your bosses. So there could be something significant revolving around them. Alright, that's what I have for you though, Capricorn. Moving on to Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius. I need a drink. My throat is dying. One second. Okay. Better. Alright. So, Saturn is retrograde in your first house, in Aquarius. First house is you. Your physical body. First house is your overall path in life. Now, Saturn is retrograding into the 12th house, bringing the energy of the first house. 12th house is foreign people, foreign places. It's multinational companies. It's jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. Anywhere you feel isolated. The 12th house is losses of all kinds, including financial. 12th house is sex and sleep. It's bed pleasure. 12th house is investing, because to invest you have to temporarily lose money. So, we see all of this. Now, 12th house is also spirituality. In case I forgot. So, Saturn's retrograding, bringing the energy of the first house into the 12th house. So now we see you could be traveling to a foreign land during this time. You could become more spiritual or be working on your spirituality. Now, on the negative, you could be dealing with losses during this time. You could have to go to a jail, a hospital, an asylum. Hopefully not. But there could be some health issue that you're dealing with. Saturn's showing that's your karma during this time. So make sure you're taking good care of your health if you don't want this to happen. Don't be lazy. Take care of your diet. Take care of your physical health. It's important. Now, 12th house is also hidden enemies. So there could be hidden enemies that come out of the woodwork during this time, and you have to deal with them. Now, Saturn's going to aspect like it's in the 12th house. So, third aspect of Saturn is about self-effort. It's falling on the second house. Second house is family. Second house is your earnings, your savings, your finances. Second house is speech. It's what you value. So you need to put forth self-effort when it comes to your family, when it comes to your finances. That's what Saturn's showing needs to be done right now. Now, seventh aspect of Saturn is about relationships. And that's falling in your sixth house. Sixth house is your maternal aunts and uncles. It's your enemies. It's your coworkers. It's your pets. There can be difficulty with all these people or animals. But they could also need your help. Except for your enemies. Fuck them. But damn it. But there could be difficulty with your maternal aunts and uncles, with your coworkers. They could need your help during this time. Well, like I said, they could just be making things more difficult for you. Now, 10th aspect is falling on the 9th house. 10th aspect is about your karmic action. It's about achieving something, achieving that status. This is tied to the 9th house. 9th house is your father figures. It's your teachers, mentors, gurus. 9th house is higher education. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's long distance travel, pilgrimage. It's publishing. So here we see, definitely there could be karmic action tied to travel. Definitely could be traveling to a far off or foreign place. Karmic action towards your father or father figures, your teachers, your mentors, your gurus. Could be they're going to a hospital. Maybe it's not you going to the hospital for yourself. Maybe it's because they've had to go to a hospital. And you're going there to support them, to help them. Maybe you're getting spiritual education during this time. Maybe you're going on a pilgrimage for that. Maybe you're traveling on behalf of your religious views. You could be traveling for a legal matter. 9th house is the law. Maybe you're publishing some imaginative work. 12th house is imagination. 9th house is publishing. But Saturn is showing you need to work hard. Especially when it's retrograde. It's showing that you have to go back and work hard on something. But yeah, especially tied to your father figures, tied to your mentors and your teachers. Definitely there can be a lot going on with them during this time. Alright, moving on to Pisces. Pisces. Saturn is retrograde in your 12th house in Aquarius. So 12th house is foreign people, foreign places. 12th house is jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. Anywhere you feel isolated. It's multinational companies. It's bed pleasure, sex, and sleep. 12th house is addictions. 12th house is spirituality. 12th house is losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investing, because you have to temporarily lose money to make money when you invest. 12th house is also multinational companies, in case I forgot. But here we see Saturn is bringing the energy of the 12th house into the 11th house. Well, 11th house is your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles. It's your friends, your network circle, large organizations. 11th house is your hopes, wishes, desires. It's financial gain. It's stock market. It's the gain of your status, because it's 11th from the 10th house. Or, sorry, 2nd from the 10th house. So, here we see the energy of the 12th house is being brought here. You could be traveling to a foreign place in order to gain. Maybe your elder siblings had to go to the hospital. Or a friend. Or a paternal aunt and uncle. Or uncle. You could be having a lot of dealings with a large organization that's a multinational company. Maybe you're going to a large spiritual gathering. Maybe you're investing money and trying to make gains. Maybe you're investing in the stock market. This placement could show that as well. But Saturn showing your work needs to be tied to this 11th house. It's going back to fix something. You're spending out too much money. Saturn's saying, go back. Try to make some money before you keep blowing it all. Now, Saturn's third aspect is about self-effort. And that's going to fall in the first house. Because Saturn's behaving like it's in Capricorn. So, first house is you. Your physical health. Your body. Saturn's showing put forth the effort into you. Into your health. Become stronger. Get in better shape. First house is your overall path in life too. Put forth the effort into achieving what you want in life. Now, seventh aspect is the relationship aspect of Saturn. And that's falling on your fifth house. Fifth house is children, students, subordinates. It's people in your educational environment. So, Saturn's showing there could be difficulty with these people during this time. Or that you just need to help them, serve them. Saturn is about service. Because Saturn's a servant. So, help your children, help your students, help your subordinates. Or your co-students. If you're still a student yourself. Now, 10th aspect of Saturn is falling on the 8th house. 10th aspect is about your karmic action. It's about achieving something, achieving that status. And it's falling on the 8th house. 8th house is sun ups and downs, transformation. Suddenly achieving that status. Suddenly transforming something. You're having to work to transform something during this time. Maybe you're working to transform you because you're putting forth that self-effort into yourself. 8th house is your in-laws, joint finances and relationships and business. Maybe you're having to work on that because Saturn is in the 11th house of gain when it's retrograde. 8th house is research, the occult. Maybe you're dealing with spiritual occult people, friends, or large organizations tied to that. Maybe you're needing to get a surgery. 8th house is also surgeries. Saturn is in the 12th house of hospitals, retrograding into the 11th house. Maybe it's not you getting a surgery. Maybe it's your paternal aunt or uncle. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's an elder sibling. But Saturn's showing you need to be there for them. You need to support them. You need to take action to help them with this. Help them through it. Alright. Yeah, that's what I have for all of you. Hopefully this has been an informative video. Definitely, receiving that weird omen right before I filmed it. So, definitely pay attention to this one. Should be important for y'all. But yeah, hopefully y'all have liked this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the notification bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.